In this video, I'll be ranking all the supports that I have at 3 out of 5 or more. So if you don't know what my striker and tech tier is, make sure to check it out first because I won't be explaining how I rank this. So the support one is going to be quite interesting as well, because they also have like different builds and stuff, so it's also kinda hard to rank them. But again, I'll try my best to explain them, I guess. First one, we have Cheryl. She is, I guess, B. So Cheryl is not bad, honestly. Big problem is the defense. Defense is terrible. The grid doesn't even fix anything about the defense. I was hoping something can fix defense, but it only gave 20, which is kinda useless. It's still pretty low defense. So yeah, if you tank with special defense, special like opponents that use special attack moves, that is very good. That is really high special defense, right? And on top of that, he can also like max special attack with Pep Rally if you take this, which is really good. She can heal, right? And then she can like +2 defense, special defense as well. She can also burn if you want 30%, but like it's kinda niche, I guess. Don't really want to go to the bottom right, I guess, but like yeah. She can also buff speed with fast track 2, has vigilance in the grid as well, so she is honestly not too bad, especially for like somewhat a free to play one. Next one we have Piers. Piers I would say A. So for Piers, I really like playing him. He's pretty fun to play with Obstruct, right? If you time it well, you can block attack. It's quite fun to use, but he buff crit and that's kinda it. Right, his trainer move kinda suck. You have Endure. Endure is really the only... Okay, and move gauge, giving you move gauge. And also Endure. I guess that's the only thing it does, which is kinda... yeah. It's kinda whatever, but if you time it right, it can work, right? You can play with Obstruct and Endure, right? To like block damage, and then Endure, block damage, Endure. So you can survive more hits, which is pretty fun to use, honestly. And his grid is just fine, nothing crazy. You do have NPR, 2 of them, which is pretty nice, right? And nothing much. You have block and heal 1, and nothing like remarkably good in his grid. Next we have Ratio. Ratio I would say B as well. Ratio is not too bad, it's fine. Snarl is useful, minus AoE, minus special attack, right? She also has this team charge tank 1, which you can 30% chance to heal when you are hit. Usually Assert is kinda whatever. It's like the synchronized ability from the main games, right? Revenge Boost is also fine. Sadly, as a support, her defense and special defense are not the greatest, are kinda low. She does have 1 gauge spam, which is nice. She has Expedal, can buff speed. She has Impervious, always a good passive. Can heal as well, only 1 use sadly, but that's pretty good healing, 60%. Then you can apply Endure as well and gradual heal if you have Sync buff. Overall, she's not bad. Next up we have Red and Snorlax. I would say A+. Red is pretty solid, a really solid Sync player. The reason why he's not S is because I don't like using him as much. Because he's like kinda like, I guess also hard to use. Right, I guess I suck. Right, it's kind of hard to use because like this thing you minus single countdown, +2 crit, super effective up next. This trainer move is good, don't get me wrong, but it's just kind of difficult to time this well for me somehow. But yeah, mini potion all pretty good, right? You can heal everybody, which is nice. You can have body slam as well as like hostile environment 1, 60% chance to paralyze, which is nice. Rock Smash, you can have on a roll 1, 100% chance to -1 defense, which is very useful. And then his passive, he has max regen, so you apply gradual heal after you use the max move. You have this one, tip -1, +1 defense when HP drops per half. If you time it well, you can actually like, you know, with like mini potion all, you can like hit to 60% and then drop to 40, go back 60, and then you can like +2, +3 defense, right? If you time it well, of course. Which is quite useful sometimes. You can do that because it's like all allies, right? Which is quite useful. Group Moral Support 4, which is not bad as well. 50% chance to +1 special defense to all allies when you use a trainer move. That's pretty good as well. And he also has Dynamax. Gmax Replenish, really good. Very useful in Gauntlet, right? To get back the MP, like mini potion all and the trainer move. He also has Max Knuckle, which is not really that useful, honestly. I don't really use this much. Gmax Replenish is just better, so you can use like more move gauge, right? And then if you can spam the trainer move, you can like keep decreasing sync move acceleration, and then you can sync more often and quicker. This one is Roxanne. Roxanne is also B. Roxanne is a pretty solid He's not bad. She's not bad. Only the big problem I have with her is HP. HP is pretty bad. 500 HP is bad. But her grid is pretty good, right? Before her grid, she's already like not a bad support. But with grid, she's even better. Right, you have like X defense or shielded 1. You can plus 3 defense every time you use this, so you can max it in 2 turns. Very useful. You have study buddies as well as MPR 3, so you can max out speed and special attack. So if you use everything, you can max special attack, speed and defense. That is pretty good, right? You also have barricade buddies 1, plus 1 special defense if you want, right? You can consider taking that as well. You can like adjust the grid a bit. She also has endurance, very useful. Unbending and stalwart, very useful for gauntlet. She also has White Guard, which is useful sometimes, usually in Gauntlet Arena. Can work in Stadium as well if you time it right, to block the AoE moves. So yeah, she's not bad. Next up we have Signature Elesa. She is, I guess, low A. She is not a bad sync pair. She is fine. Can max special attack with MPR. She has 2 of them, so it's quite likely to max special attack. Trainer move is pretty good. You can -2 Simple Countdown. You can +1 crit and accuracy, but if you're a sync bomb, you can +2 crit and accuracy, which is quite useful. But you can't really max crit unless you have MPR. 40% chance is not too bad, so that's okay. She also has a 1 gauge spam, which is quite useful, and she has the Look Alive 9 passive, which is also pretty good. Right, every time you miss, you get evasion, and then you become less likely to die since you keep missing. They keep missing you. She also has Ridicule 2, 30% chance to heal when the opponent miss you. It's not bad as well. You can tank with her a bit. I do have her at 6-star EX though. 6-star EX plays a lot into this, honestly. Next up is Lyra. Lyra, I guess high A. Lyra is really good. She can max crit with Crit Squad 1. She has MPR for trainer move. She can also summon Sun, which is a pretty big thing. Summoning Sun is very strong, but the thing that sucks about her is the defense. This is a pretty bad defense for a support. Special defense is also not like that high. At least the HP is high, so that's good. But defense is just not good, sadly. And she does have that screen, which is pretty nice, right? Yeah, she's pretty solid. You can even take like hit and heal 9 for virtual heal if you want to, you know, tank a bit, I guess, even though she's not really the best support for tank. But yeah, being able to summon Sun max crit is really good. Once she gets 6-star EX, she's definitely gonna rise up the rank, the tier list. The next up we have Morty. Morty I would put low A. Morty and Mismagius, really like useful sync pair. Being able to flinch, right, with like aggravation 1, it's very useful. 6% chance, very useful in Gauntlet. He also has Potion, which is really good. Potion is always good, especially good in like for support. You have MPR and also Master Healer 1, so that's with 50% healing, which is great. He also has Confuse Ray. Can be useful sometimes. Can +2 defense, special defense, and with also MPR, which is nice. He also has Synchro Healing 1, which I actually use a couple times in Gauntlet, I think, which is useful. Quite useful. You sync and then you heal, right? So you can just keep syncing and you keep healing yourself, which is very useful. Sadly, no 6-star EX. If 6-star EX is gonna be really good, especially pairing it up with like Synchro Healing, right? Next up is Skyla and Swanna. Definitely A+. She is great. Alright, probably the best free-to-play support, probably. Actually, no, there's Sycamore and Hawk. Actually, okay, one of the best free-to-play support, I guess. Like, she can max defense and speed, which is great. Really good. Potion with 2 MPR and 2 Master Healer, that is really good. Aerial Ace, which is kind of niche sometimes. Depends, can be useful in like the Latias, where it keeps increasing evasion, right? And then you can use Aerial Ace to never miss. Cast with MGR, or you can take 2 Staggering 1, which is can be useful sometimes. Has Unbending, which is great. Also has Fanfare 2, which is a bit niche but can be useful, right? You can +2 attack after you sync, which, you know, if you have her as 6-star EX, that is quite nice. And yeah, she's really good support. Next time with Jasmine, I want to say high B. Jasmine and Steelix, not too bad. Can tank physical defense really well. 400 after you Mega, which is insane. You can max out defense with MPR. Can move gauge accelerate with like the Lock Step 9, which is quite useful. I use this because she's low, very bad speed, 161, and yeah, being able to move gauge accelerate is quite useful. Iron Tail, I guess you can use on a roll, but I don't really use this. It's very gauge heavy, so yeah. She can tank, but speed is quite bad. Can Mega. I do have her 6 EX though, so yeah, Mega is, you know, you sync, you get 6 EX bonus, which is quite useful. She also has Endure and Explosion. You have Explosion after your Mega, so that's pretty cool I guess. Next up is Sawyer and Honchkrow. This one is, I would say, B as well. It's also not bad, it's pretty good. You do need NPR to max crit, so that's a bit sad. Or you can take like Sing Burst 1. You sing for the first time, you can gain the MP back. Sadly, no 6-star EX. If he has 6-star EX, Sing Burst is probably the go-to build I would do. Right, I sing, get back MP, and then I can, like, you know, move case accelerate again. I can mix crit again. Useful. He has healthy healing, which is pretty good. Endurance, also pretty good. For his passive, he has like the offensive defense too. 30% chance to +1 defense when you attack. And then also 30% chance to +1 special defense when you attack. So that's pretty good. You can slowly buff your team's defense and special defense. For the trainer move, he can move gauge at the rate. He can +2 attack and special attack, +1 defense with defense. Pretty good. You do have NPR for this if you want, but honestly, I think the problem is 6-star EX. He's gonna be really good in 6-star EX, I think, because Sing Burst 1 is gonna be very useful. So you can sync, get back MP. Sadly, no 6-star EX. Hopefully soon. Maybe, please. Even our synchro healing as well, so 6-star EX is gonna be really good. Next up we have Bugsy and Scyther. I can put A+, he is very useful. Bugsy, Scyther, very useful sync pair. He has 2 1 gauge move, which is fantastic. 1 gauge on a support is usually really good. And one of them is a debuff move, Leer. It's really good, right? And then he has X attack all. Can max attack with NPR. He has this one, apply monkey acceleration and +1 crit. It's kind of similar to Blue's trainer move, which is pretty good. You do need NPR to max crit, which might take up a bit of time. I guess that's really the only problem with him. If you want to max out attack, crit, and debuff, you're gonna need like a lot of time to set up, right? And then you need like RNG to, you know, NPR. But yeah, he's really good. If you pair him up with another support that can, I guess, top up the attack, or just pair up with a striker that can buff their own attack. Yeah, he's really useful. He also has Post Haste 3, 30% chance to +2 speed when you are hit, which is not that bad. Pretty good. He also has Synchro Healing 1, no 6-star EX, so again that kinda sucks. He also has Safety Tether, but it's only to the user, so that kinda sucks. If it's like Blue's one, then that's really good. Next up is Lieutenant Surge and Raichu. I would say high A. Lieutenant Surge and Raichu is kind of like Bugsy and Scyther, but you cannot debuff defense, but you can max out your stuff quicker, right? And then you can paralyze as well with Thunder Wave, which is sometimes useful. You do need NPR to max attack, which kind of sucks. You can max crit, which is really useful. Use it 2 times, right? And you can also +2 defense if you use it twice. He has Post Haste 4, 50% chance to +2 attack when you are hit, which is quite useful. He also has Team Fast Track 4, which is great as well. 50% chance to +1 speed when you use a move. He also has Star Bending, can be useful for Gauntlet. Synchro Healing as well. Sadly, no 6-star EX, or else this would be pretty good. And yeah, overall he's pretty solid support. Next up is Signature Blue and Blastoise. This one is an easy S tier. Signature Blue is just really strong. What can I say? Right? What can I say? He does slow speed, but that's kind of whatever, since, you know, you can move accelerate. You can max crit with NPR, right? You can max defense with NPR as well. He can, I guess, do some damage if you want. Hydro Cannon. Not a lot though, but yeah, it's fine damage. He can Mega to increase defense with defense, so he can tank like crazy amount. He can heal with Team Fist Bomb 2 and Team Charge Tank 2. He has Impervious, amazing passive, right? And then for passive, he has 50% chance to plus defense when you use a move. There are 100% chance to +1 attack or special attack or both when you are hit. And he has Safety Net, he gives your entire team Endure. Like, he does so many things. The only thing that sucks about him is that you do need NPR to max crit and defense, but like, come on, he does so many things. He can heal, yeah, he can tank, he can Mega, he can buff attack, special attack, defense, special defense, can buff crit. He has Adrenaline 1 as well. This is pretty useful because if you tank with him, you know, it's gonna screw up move Q when you sync with him, so Adrenaline 1 we're gonna like reset the stuff, so you can sync the second time before your enemy sync the first time, which is quite useful. Next up is Sycamore. Sycamore is very high A, almost S tier. Definitely S tier if he has 6-star EX. So Sycamore is probably the best build to play support, maybe. It's very strong. Can do pretty decent fairy damage with like Fairy Power 5, right? Has Team Shout 4, 50% chance to +1 attack, special attack with both, which is pretty useful, right? He has the the trainer move, apply Moon Acceleration, remove status, and then gradual heal to all opponents, all allies. Very useful as well. Also has NPR if you wanna RNG this. He has Hornage, which is a really good move. He can tank like crazy amount, right? Especially with like 2 Master Healer 1. You can heal, tank, useful, and then his trainer move. His trainer move is insanely broken. +6 special attack, +6 special defense, and +6 speed. So strong, it is so strong. Right, the only thing he's lacking is crit support, crit buff, but that is fine. You can max 3 different stats. That is so strong, right? Yeah, just slightly lower than S tier. If you have 6-star EX, easy S tier. Right now, very close to S tier. Really strong though. Hopefully Colors Villain Arc comes here soon so we can get 6-star EX Sycamore and he's gonna be incredibly strong. Next up is Lillie. Lillie is I guess A tier. Lillie is not bad. Being able to plus accuracy, not a lot of Singprayer can do this, right? It's quite useful sometimes, especially like those Chamber Stadium stages where you cannot, you know, they keep buffing evasion, kind of annoying, right? She can kind of fix that with X accuracy all. That's pretty cool. And on top of that, he also has Catalytic Cure 9 with X accuracy all, so you can tank with her, right? Since you can heal, which is quite useful, right? She has this full power, which is +3 attack and special attack for 1 ally, and then crit hit next as well. Sadly, it's crit hit next, not crit buff, so that's a bit sad, but you can use this before sync and then ensure crit. Can be useful, but I don't really like using this trainer move. He also has Unfortuitous 9 for Disarming Voice, so you can slowly debuff random stat and it's AoE as well, so that's pretty useful as well. He has good Dragon Guard, pretty cool. Synchro Healing, which is quite nice. You can sync. I do have a 6-star EX, so that's gonna be quite useful. And Fainting Cleanse, you remove status when you faint. So yeah, she's not bad, not bad. I do have a 6-star EX again, so that made her a bit higher. Next up is Glacia. Glacia, I guess F. I'm sure many of you agree with me. So Glacia, she sucks. She's really probably the worst support in the game with grid. She's just bad. She has Mega, but her Mega doesn't even buff for defense special defense. This is pretty bad defense special defense for support. You can't really tank much with her. She does have X regen I guess, but that's not really a lot of healing, right? Attention here, pretty bad trainer move. Because like I said, defense special defense kind of bad. If you use this, you redirect damage to yourself, which is pretty bad. +2, and it's only +2 with attack, which is kind of whatever. Yes, Ice Beam before Mega, which is whatever. Frost Breath, which is you can crit, I guess, so what? And yeah, she's just bad. She has, I guess, Fortuitous 4, you can like buff yourself, I guess, but like, yeah, she sucks. Hopefully, maybe someday they will reward her grid or something. She's bad. Next up is Dawn. I'll put her to A+. She's pretty good. She's very useful. She's a really good tank. Very good tank. She has this power 7-9, 100% chance to minus your opponent's attack and then buff your own attack. Very useful in physical stages. Really useful. Vigilance, really good passive as always. Can max special defense. Yeah, she has 2 MPR, which is pretty good. She has full restore. Sadly, it's only 1 use, which kinda sucks, but being able to heal full, heal status, heal everything is pretty good. Seed Bomb is kind of whatever. You can, I guess, do some damage, but not really. Her nuke, she can do some damage, honestly. Her nuke is actually not bad. And it's not that hard to set up in picking order, since you can debuff your enemy's attack. And yeah, I like using her. She's pretty good. She has healthy healing as well, so she's like a really good tank. Can do a bit of damage with Cookie as well. So yeah, she's pretty good. Next up is Misty and Psyduck. She is B, not bad. So Misty Psyduck, she is not bad. She can heal, she has potion, full heal, and trainer move is a bit bad because only 1 use and you only +2 defense, special defense. You need MPR to use another one, which really sucks. Gradually is fine, and yeah, she can heal, which is pretty good. She also has First Aid 4, which is quite useful as well, right? To heal herself when you get hit, when you fall like low HP. Look at Life 1 is fine, I guess. 20% chance to +1 evasion when you are hit. That is okay. Overall, not a bad support. Trainer move just sucks. Next up is Elio and Primarina. I'll put him to low A. he's not bad. He's pretty good. He can max special defense with NPR, pretty nice. He has Sparkling Aria, which is certainly a pretty heavy gauge move, 3 gauge move, pretty sad, but you do have like a lot of stuff. You can take the Mind Games 4, you can take Trip Up 4, you can take Fast Track 4, Team Fast Track 4, Defense Crush 4 as well, so you can AoE, debuff, defense, split defense, whatever, right? Can be useful, but again, a bit gauge heavy. Yeah, Sing is a pretty good move. Only thing that sucks is that 45% accuracy. Even with Troublemaker, it's only like 50 something percent. Kinda low, so that's a bit sad. But every time you use Sing, you do have a 40% chance to heal all your allies, which is pretty good. He also has First Aid 4, and then Propelling move 5, I guess, to kind of mitigate the effect of his store speed. Trainer move is a bit on the, I guess, weaker side. You can +1 speed for all allies, but you consume 3 gauges, and then you +4 attack switch attack. It's, I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of this, honestly, because like I said, his speed is bad. So yeah, you can +4 attack switch attack, which is pretty good. Next we have Marley. I can put her to B tier. There's so many B tier. And let me just move. Okay, let's move these 3 to C tier. Okay, let's do this. I still think they're pretty good, right? Maybe I need one more tier to split B. Maybe I should just remove C. Let's just put B+, because really I don't think any support is bad in this game, except Glacia. At least for the ones that I have. So yeah, B and B+. I should, no, not B. B and B+. Okay, not bad. Alright, I still think they're pretty good. So for Marley, she is pretty good. She's not bad. She can max speed in 2 turns with Pet Rally 1, which is quite useful. You can gradual heal with his trainer move. Right, this one can apply status condition, I guess. A bit niche, but you can use that in Gauntlet. You can also get like Shielded 1, I guess, but it's all the way up here, kinda sucks. She can also slowly buff special attack or attack depending if you take the Flame Wheel or the Flamethrower one. Quite useful. She also has Team Shark Entry 1, which can be useful if you're, you know, you want to save some time. Your striker has Direct Hit Plus. You just use the Direct Hit Plus for the striker once and that's all. Can be useful, but if you don't want this, you can just take something else. There's like other good stuff like Hostile Environment 4, right? 50% chance to burn, which is not bad. Sabrina can put her to low A+, which is really good. So Sabrina, only problem is defense. Physical defense is it's like a bit on the lower side for the support, for a tank. Physical defense is really good, but she does have Reflect to kind of counteract that, so that's not too bad. She can max crit with the Critical Squad 1, very good, right? She has NPR for trainer move. You can max special attack, can heal, +1 accuracy, pretty good trainer move. She has Pet Rally 2 for Reflect, which is quite useful as well. You can buff speed. Her speed is already like really good though, but yeah, even more speed, even better, I guess. NPR 4, which is not bad as well. She has 2 MGR for Psybeam, which is pretty nice. Has Recuperation 1, can be useful. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Overall, pretty good. But I'm just not that big of a fan for trainer move that, you know, use it on one ally. I just find it a bit weird and odd to use. Right, like Lillie or Sabrina, they just target one sync pair, you know, especially when you want to time it, right? When you want to time it after you use a sync, you want to like click twice very quickly. Yeah, that's not a really good feeling. That's just a small problem I have, I guess, from my experience playing her. Next time is Misty and Starmie. Oh, I guess I would say about the same. Misty, Starmie, pretty good. You can at least max special defense with only 1 NPR this time, which is pretty nice, right? Bubble Beam, cool, I guess. Catches if you can, trainer move. You can plus division, can gradual heal, but only 1, which is, you know, again, like I said, the one ally thing, not the biggest fan of that, but still not bad. Gradual heal is nice, evasion is nice as well. Then you can also have the friendly carry 1. You can heal 20% HP when you use the move, so that's like some healing on top of gradual heal, so that's pretty nice as well. You also have healing hand 2, 30% chance to remove the condition after the users become users move. Not really, a bit niche because it depends on the stage, right? Hydropalm, which is kinda whatever. She can actually nuke some with like blind spot actually. Like some okay nuke if you wanna play that, I guess. But yeah, not the best support. Next up we have Phoebe. Phoebe is she has a pretty good support. Right, she can max crit. I believe she's the first sync pair in the game that can max crit. First support that can max crit, I think. She's also one of the earliest sync pairs I got in the game, so you know, yeah, I do have a lot of experience using her. A Shadow Punch, pretty good move. She has like critical fortification 6, 70% to plus defense. You can tank a bit more her defense, which defense not bad. I do have her 6AX, so that's like even higher stats, right? She has this one, you can plus gauge, quite useful. But you can also plus attack, but usually the attack one kinda sucks because it depends on your health. Lower health means higher attack, which is, you know, not that good. You also have Tin Toughen Up 4 for 50% chance to plus 1 defense when you are hit, which is not bad as well. And she also has Double Edge, which is probably the worst move she has. I don't really see the reason you want to use this. The only time you want to use this is, I don't know, decrease your health and then use this one to buff attack. If you have like another tank, I guess. But yeah, I don't really use this. Almost never use this. Unless it's like a 1v1 and you know, you're about to win, so you just use it. She has Vigilance for the passive, which is very useful. Overall, pretty good support. Next up is Hilbert. Hilbert is S, definitely. He's probably the easiest support to use, honestly. Just use in this together twice, and then you max crit and attack. You do need to take the crit squad too, which is a 100% must take in the grid. It is so strong, right? Being able to max attack and crit in 2 turns, that is insane. You can also max special, you can also max speed with NPR as well. Also very useful. Then on top of that, if you use trainer move and you take shoot at 1, you can plus 1 defense. Can be useful as well if like it's a physical stage. I used that in Gauntlet, which kind of saved me because I think it was against Moltres. Moltres' sync is physical, so yeah, that kind of helps. Also, Waterfall Aggravation, 40% chance to flinch, not too bad, right? Not too bad. I do have him the 6-star EX again, so yeah. And also last thing, X-Speed or Slippery 1, if plus evasion. If you, I don't know, if you want to take this instead of shoot at 1, I guess. Not bad as well. This one is Leaf. I would say A, high A. Leaf is pretty good. I have her at 6-star EX, so she's even better for me. Tackle is a 1 gauge spam, always useful. On top of that, you have Staggering 2, 30% chance to flinch, which is pretty useful, right? Can heal as well with NPR and Master Healer, which is great. You can, I guess, on a roll this, on a like take on a roll if you want, but I don't really find it useful because it's gauge heavy. This one, trainer move, is a bit on the lower side, right? You charge a move gauge plus 2 attack on yourself, and that's all, right? You use this only if you are low on gauge. I guess you can take like Barricade Buddies 1 to plus special defense if you want. But yeah, other than that, it's not really the best trainer move. But her sync is really good, especially with 6-star EX, right? You can plus 2 attack, defense, special attack, pretty much every single stat, except evasion and crit, which is really strong. This is a really strong trainer move. It's only plus 2, sadly, but still, with 6-star EX, this is really powerful. And she even has Adrenaline and Recuperation as well, which is very nice. Second to last, we have Hop. Hop is A+, somewhere middle A+. Hop is a really good free-to-play support, really good. He has like this passive, Free Venge 4, this is a really good passive, 50% chance for free move up next effect. I don't know if you have the free move up next effect, you can use Behemoth Bash for free. It's very good, it's a free DPS move for free. Sometimes you can use free. You have Sentry Entry 2 plus 2 defense, which can be useful, right? Since you're gonna tank and his defense is pretty good. He has Potion, which is great with Master Healer and NPR. Potion is always good on a support. He has Trainer Move. With NPR, you can max attack and crit. You can get 2 plus 3 defense as well, which is quite useful. And yeah, honestly, really good support. With 6-star EX, it's probably gonna be even better. Of course, I saved the best for last again. Jasmine, my favorite support to use. She's just strong. The only problem, I guess, is speed. Speed is a bit on the low side, and that's about it. Really, she can do a lot of things. She has Absorb and has like Mind Games for 50% chance to minus special defense, which is great. She does have like Flash Cannon on a roll 9, but I don't use this because it's 2 gauge heavy. Only use it if you have like speed support or something, because this is very costly, right? So I just use Absorb instead. It's only 1 gauge. She also has Team Trash Tank 2, 30% chance to heal when you get hit, which is really good. Extra General, really good as well. Steal Yourselves, really good. You can max your special defense, you plus 2 crit, but you do have Team Sharp Entry 1 in the trainer move, which is very useful. And she has a Safety Net passive, apply Undo when you sing. So if you have her at 6-star EX like myself, she's really strong, right? You can sing for the first time, apply Endure, get the 6-star EX bonus. She's just really strong. She also has like Stalwart, quite useful in Gauntlet, has Vigilance as well, also very useful. She also has this group Morale Boost 9. You can plus 1 special attack every time you use a trainer move, which is very useful. Use this 4 times, you get plus 4 special attack, which is pretty useful. Being able to max crit is the important thing. And special defense. She can tank like crazy. She's incredibly high special defense, right? Defense also not too bad, but special defense, she's the queen of that. Also, when she says clang,
Clang! Clang! Clang!
second best line in the game probably. So this is my support tier list. So yeah, honestly I don't think any support is bad, unless you're Glacia and Glalie. That's an exception.